In 1978, a video emerged starring a strange man in what was a popular dating show at the time. After a series of humorous and somewhat awkward conversation between the man and the young woman featured as the guest star, the young lady chooses the charming and charismatic man who steals the show. Unknown to the woman at the time though was that the man she had chosen to go on a date with was none other than the serial killer Rodney Alcala.
I'm a drama teacher and I'm going to audition each of you for my private class. Bachelor number 1.
You're a dirty old man.
Take it.
Oh, come on, over here.
Oh, honey, we ought to go out and boogie.
Really?
Bachelor number 1. I am serving you for dinner.
Oh.
What are you called and what do you look like?
I'm called the banana, and I look really good.
Can you be a little more descriptive?
Peel me.
According to information surrounding the night, after the woman had chosen Rodney as her date, she was able to meet Rodney backstage for some further discussion, upon which the woman felt uneasy about a date and decided that she would rather not proceed. This very fortunate decision may have saved this young girl's life, as Rodney Alcala was estimated to have killed a minimum of 50 women and potentially as high as 130 women. Number 4. In 2011, Artyom Anufriv and Nikita Litkin were arrested for a series of 6 murders and 9 attacks. The 2 young men, also known as the Academy Maniacs, were said to have been inspired by the Dnepropetrovsk Maniacs, who had also committed a string of murders in Russia. The copycats targeted weak and defenseless people, ranging from the homeless to women who simply crossed their paths. One of these murders was captured on video and can still be viewed on the internet. The story goes that one of the young men recorded the murder on a camera but forgot to remove the memory card, which was soon found by one of the young men's uncles. The uncle allegedly turned the memory card into authorities, and the young men, they were arrested. The video features the young men brutally murdering a woman, after which the 2 young men mutilated the body with a knife. All of the deplorable acts are recorded within the video, and honestly, I would advise people not to watch it. In my opinion, the video is akin to a snuff film found on the deep web and is extremely graphic. I for one am glad that these individuals are locked away. Number 3. In 2007, Viktor Sienko and Igor Saprunyuk were detained and charged with 21 murders. The pair of young men, also known as the Dnepropetrovsk Maniacs, committed the murders over a month in 2007 within Ukraine, and many of the murders were recorded on video. The pair were exposed after one of the videos was leaked onto the internet, which subsequently led to the arrests of the 2 men. The video was famously dubbed 3 Guys, 1 Hammer, and featured one of the men beating a 48-year-old man to death with a hammer as the other young man filmed the murder taking place. The attacks happened in broad daylight and shocked the nation, as both men seemed to have little motivation for the attacks apart from entertainment. Both men had also allegedly enjoyed torturing and killing innocent animals, which later in the case authorities were able to locate photographs of. Again, this is a video I would not recommend searching for. Most people who have located the video and who have watched the film have honestly regretted it. In my opinion, this film is worse than the Academy Maniacs film, and that was pretty bad. Number 2. Leonard Lake was an American serial killer who, shortly after being arrested for a firearms offense and suspicion of auto theft and fraud, committed suicide. Authorities were soon alerted to crimes that Lake and an accomplice named Charles N. had committed when videotapes were found at Lake's house providing evidence that the pair had kidnapped and killed numerous people. The pair are believed to have killed anywhere from 11 to 25 individuals and had filmed many of the murders. The two men were rumoured to have filmed the killings in a bunker that Lake had constructed, and was introduced to Lake's plans soon after the construction of the bunker, upon which the men began their killing spree. The tapes were famously dubbed the Miranda tapes and feature Lake speaking at the camera explaining what he is going to do and why. Many of the tapes that featured the actual killings, murders, and rapes have allegedly been destroyed or, according to some, were never filmed. There is a lot of discussion about the existence of the tape tortures and murders, but the tapes featuring Lake providing his dialogue on his purpose and actions remain for all to see.
Good evening, and I'm starting this tape without script or without any real organization of what I want to say, but I do feel I need to explain. This tape, what you're hearing now, is going to be the lead-in of the various phases of construction of building a secret room, if we can call it. The purpose of that cell will be the imprisonment of the young lady who probably at this moment is unknown to me. What I want is an off-the-shelf sex partner. I want to be able to use a woman whenever and however I want.
The videos are an insightful and rare moment, allowing people to peek into the mind and beliefs of a serial killer. The depraved mind of Lake is on full display here and demonstrates just how twisted and lacking in empathy a serial killer's thinking really is. Number 1. Anatoly Slivko was a Soviet serial killer who was convicted of the murders of 7 boys between the ages of 7 and 17 within Russia between the years of 1964 and 1985. He was executed in September of 1989. In 1961, Slivko witnessed a gruesome traffic accident in which a boy in his early teens was killed. Slivko later explained that the scene sexually excited him, and he would later recall the accident vividly. Beginning in 1963, Slivko, also the leader of a children's club, exploited his position at the children's club as he tried to relive the fantasies of this accident. Slivko would befriend one of the young boys and would gain their trust before asking them to join him on a filming project. This filming project, Slivko would explain, was conducted as an experiment in which he would explain to the boys that he would simulate a hanging and would revive them. Unfortunately for the boys though, once the boys had become unconscious, Slivko would strip them, fondle them, and commit atrocious acts towards the boys. In several cases, however, Slivko became violent and went as far as to incinerate boys in gasoline or dismember them. Over the course of 22 years, Slivko was able to convince over 40 boys to take part in his experiment, in which he filmed many of his depraved activities. So then, what do you think of these 5 serial killer videos? Did they completely creep you out? Or were you able to put these emotions aside and learn something new today that may help you spot one of these psychotic killers? Let me know in the comment section below what your thoughts are. G'day mates, it's B-Buster here. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. And as always, it would be awesome if you could like, share, comment and subscribe if you're new. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram for updates throughout the week. You can also catch me on my second channel, all of which have links in the description below. Thanks again for always tuning in guys, for all the love and support, and I'll see you mates in the next one.